Hello, and welcome to this little session on coaching. It's one of my favorite topics, and I feel that coaching can help you provide more effective support, not only to your sales team, other co-workers, but you can also learn some really valuable life skills that can help you become the ultimate coach for yourself, your family, including your children, your friends even. Changing behavior is at the heart of coaching. And at the heart of being an effective coach is the approach of a little more asking people questions and a little less telling people what to do. Coaching helps you break free from three vicious cycles. And the first one is an overdependence on you, especially if you're a busy manager, especially if you're an experienced busy manager. People love coming to you to get your advice. The second is getting overwhelmed with the requests. Even if you've only got maybe 8 to 10 direct reports in your team, that can be overwhelming in a busy daily, weekly, and monthly schedule with so many things to deliver on. And finally, in your busy day-to-day, becoming disconnected from your team. Well, coaching certainly helps you to stay connected right at the coalface with your customers and the sorts of challenges that your sales team or others are facing. This simple behavior change of giving a little less advice and asking a few more questions can be surprisingly difficult. I know that from first-hand experience. But there's a lovely Japanese saying that goes like this, which may encourage you to remember this approach. Tell less and ask more. Your advice is not as good as you think it is. Well, that's a lovely saying. And you may be familiar with the GROW coaching framework developed in the 1980s by Sir John Whitmore. G stands for goal, R is reality, O outcomes, and W is will. And goal, we ask, questions like, what would you like to achieve from this coaching session together? What's your aim? What does that look like? What will that enable you to do? What do you think you would see, hear, and feel if you could achieve that goal? Very, very valid questions to ask. But I feel like a great kickstart question is this simple one. What's on your mind? One of the reasons I feel managers don't coach more often than they do is that they don't know how to start the session. What's on your mind? This question is so simple, but it's a lovely way to start any coaching conversation. It helps you quickly get to the real conversation, the nitty-gritty. You're not telling them, you're not guiding them on what the coaching session should cover. You're simply showing them trust and granting them the autonomy to make a choice for themselves. A second great question, which I really love, is, and what else? Because the first answer that someone gives you is almost never the only answer, and it's rarely the best one. And what else is the quickest and easiest way to uncover and create new possibilities with your coachee? Reality. I'm sure many of you have asked questions like, tell me about what's happening at the moment. Or on a scale of 1 to 10, if an ideal situation is 10, what number are you at now? Or for example, how do you feel about this current situation? And what impact is that having on you? I feel like a great question that you can ask is this simple one. What's the real challenge here for you? Focus on the real problem, not the first problem. I feel it's very common in coaching conversations for people to jump around all sorts of different topics. And it's also common that you can feel that there is a story behind the story that you're being told. But asking what's the real challenge for you really helps to cut through to the heart of the matter. Options. What could you do? What ideas do you have? Share with me. Is there anything else? If there was anything else, what would that be? What's worked for you in the past? What steps you could take? Who could help you with this? How could you do that? These are great questions to ask to help your coachee explore the various options that might help them achieve the goal. Willingness is all about motivation. What will you do? How will you do it? When will you do it? Who could you talk to? Where would you go? How committed are you to taking those actions? But I feel like a great question is really simple as well. It's what do you want? You can use this direct question to help people express what they really want. Be patient and listen to the responses of your coachee. Many people struggle to express what they want. And with this question, what do you want? Get comfortable if there is silence. Bite your tongue. Don't fill the silence, no matter how tempting it might be. It may be sometimes uncomfortable, but it creates a beautiful space for learning and insight when you ask the question, what do you want? And you can see your coachee just actively thinking through that question and the process. Well, in summary, remember that changing behavior is at the heart of coaching. And as we said, the heart of being an effective coach is the approach of a little more asking people questions and a little less telling people what to do. Our role as coaches is not to provide all the answers. It's simply to create a space, a safe space, a container of safety, if you like, in which your coachee can find a solution together with you as their guide. So with that, I wish you well. Enjoy your ongoing role as a coach, and remember that you are changing lives for good.